that stop them from doing it. Those 80 people, they have a combined wealth of some $1.5 trillion. Now that's a lot of money. What would happen if we redistributed that, gave it to the world's bottom 3.5 billion people? Well, they would have another 400 pounds each that year. 400 pounds, it's not bad, but it's just an increase in their wealth by 10% or something like that. And you could only do it once, unless you think that you can sort of turn Bill Gates and the Steve Jobses of the world into slaves who create all that wealth the next year again. The only thing that can create sustainable wealth is if you can put that money to good use, to make all of us more productive, to make all the transportation systems, the computers, everything we do more productive all the time, and reduce the price of everything that we need so that we get more purchasing power, so that we can do new things. And that's exactly what the entrepreneurs of the world are doing. Not all of them that are that wealthy does it. Some steal their wealth, but that's what the real entrepreneurs on free markets are doing. And that's why they deserve the wealth they create. 100 years ago, if you had an average bag of groceries, it would take you, you had to have to work about 10 hours to get it, because everything was so difficult, it's expensive, every chain in the whole distribution system, in the production system. Now, it's about 10% of that. You would have to work for 1 hour. That's the wealth that is being created, that difference. Those 9 hours that are liberated from the work that we are doing to get what we need so that we can do other things with our lives, buy other things. That's the wealth that is being created. Remember those 80 people? Those 80 individuals that are filthy rich, richer than 3.5 billion people. You know what? I've got a daughter. She's got a piggy bank. In that piggy bank, she's got 4 pounds. And you know what that makes her? It makes her richer. She has more than the combined assets of 2 billion people around the world. Because those 2 billion people have nothing. And that is the problem in our world. Unless you hate wealth more than you hate poverty, the problem is not inequality. The problem is poverty. The poverty of those 2 billion, of those 3.5 billion, the fact that they own so little. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, not because of destiny, but because they have not been allowed to live in a system with more cracks, with more freedom, with more liberty to trade, to make use of their productivity and all their hard labor. It might be that 20% of the world owns 80% of the resources, but that's because they create 80% of the resources every hour of every day. And the challenge is to make sure that the rest of the world get the same freedom. Henrik.